So now we need to create a main page that the user will see when they log in. So I'm gonna go and download an image. Let's search for car. You can find what you want. I'm gonna go to images. I'm gonna go to tools, usage rights, labeled for reuse with modification. So I'm gonna click save picture as, and I'm gonna save it on my desktop. You can give it a name, car, whatever you want, and click save. Then you can so I've saved some images. Now let's create a new file. Again, just to speed things up, let's just copy some of this, and every web page has a similar format. Let's type that up really quickly. We can give it a title. Again, let me save this as main.html. Save. Give it a title. Welcome. Yes. Main. Okay. And then I can close that HTML tag. Give it a body. And now I want to put my image in here, so I'm gonna do image. Again, image is a tag that does not close, and you can put the source in here as the location of your image. Now I can now have my images here. Now I can put them in a folder. Just to show you, new folder, and let's call that folder images. And we will put this inside here, and this second car we'll leave out here just to demonstrate the difference. So I can put car images. So we look at the path, that is going to be images /car.jpeg. Save that. The second image is gonna be outside of the folder, so it's not gonna have the folder. It's gonna be car2. Save that. Let's see how that will look. That's our second file. Let's just make sure we got the file name right. So we go to right click, properties, and we see it's a .jpg image. If we were to go to details, scroll down, we see it's a JPEG image, but it's .jpg up here, the name. So let's check the other image out. You see it's in an images folder. Let's right click, properties, and it is a JPG. But let's see what will happen. So now our images don't show up. And the reason for that is it's .jpg. So that's good to know. Some files are named .jpeg. So we just save that. Click again. Now our images load. And we can provide our alternative text in case our images didn't load. Car, we could say alt cars. Yep. Just to show you what that had looked like without the image, and reload, it will show that alternative text if it can't find the image. So let's so now that we have that, we have the two cars, we can also set an image size. We can use style for this, or we can use a width and height. So maybe all our images, let's use it in the main style up here. Whoops. So we can have style, we can have image. So this will select all our images. If we want to select each image, we could use an ID and put the ID up here. In fact, we can do that. So let's give this image here ID equals car1, and up here, if we want to select that image, car1, it's going to be hashtag for IDs, and we can say width is going to be maybe 30% of the screen width, and then the height can be maybe I guess the height can be auto. We won't set a height. It will the height will be fine. And if we save that, we reload. Now that's 30% of the width, so it will resize automatically with the width of the browser. See that? 30% is nice, since it'll be on a phone. And if we wanted to do that for the other image, we could just use the image tag. Ooh, looks like I have made an error here. It's img, not image. Let's save that, reload, but I guess it knows it's an image. So this will style an ID, and this will style the other image. Let's say we wanted a border around our image. Border, maybe 3 pixels, solid, red. Let's save that. Let's reload. So we see how our images look, our height. Now let's give the height then. Let's set a height. Let's make them both the same height. Let's maybe make the height maybe 100 pixels. Let's see how that will look. Save and reload. So definitely we give them the same height, but it doesn't look good. So let's maybe give it 300 pixels. And we reload. So we can leave it like that. You can adjust your images to your liking. And let's see what happens if the browser gets too small. Okay, so the images will stay on the same line. Let's see how it will look on a cell phone. So I don't like how that looks, so I'm gonna put a break. Or maybe what we can do, we can make images display as a block. We could use a BR tag here, BR, but display block will make each image take up its full space. If you reload that, we see how that works. So now images will take up, or will behave like block elements. So basically an inline element will only take up as much space as it needs and will be on the same line. A block element will take up its whole page, and no other elements can be on the same line as it. That's why they go on separate lines. Now we can add we can add let's maybe give it some margins, 30px. Some margin will give it some extra room around it. And I think maybe we can leave it like that for now. Let's just give it a heading, H1, welcome to the garage, I guess you could say. Let's save that and reload. And maybe let's give the page a background color. So let's say body, background color, make it light green. Let's see if that's the color. Alright, so that's our app here, I suppose. So let's now go back to the other file. So when we log in, we want to window dot open, and we want to go to main dot html. Let's put that in quotes, and we can do that because this is in the same directory. So we save that. Let's try it out. So double click index, easy, login, okay, and now it loads our next page. So that's how you can redirect using JavaScript. So now we want to build this into an actual app, and we want to test out the sound APIs so that we can get text to speech and stuff like that. So let's see how we use, before we build the app though, let's see how we will use voice. Let's see how we will use text to speech. So let's go to my website. We'll go to cool APIs. So speech synthesis. So all we need is to use speech synthesis on the web. However, it's different from using it in Cordova. So we will use, all we need to do is initialize a variable and have that. So we will just use this function that I've created here, and we will just create a script here, and let's paste that function in. So for speech synthesis, that's how we do it. This is a parameter, we just use this. This is just how the speech synthesis is used. So it's speech synthesis dot speak, and we send it a new speech synthesis utterance, and we pass it what we want it to say. So let's try that out. So we will use an event on mouse, maybe on mouse over, is it? Over, yes. So on mouse over, we will call this function, and we will have to change what it says. This is a parameter, so whatever I type in here will be assigned to this variable say. So let's say talk, and notice because the quotes outside are double, the quotes in here have to be single, or else it will have an error. It will get mixed up which is which. So let's say I am a Mustang, and let's do the same thing for the other image. Let's say I am a fast car. Let's save that, and let's see how that works. So let's go to our click. Let's make sure we reload. Oh, with Chrome we have to click in the browser before it will, Chrome blocks it. So if we see here, oh, without user, activation is no longer allowed, so we have to like click on the page before it will work. So now once we hover over the image,
I am a Mustang. I am a fast car.
Also, we have to
I am a
click,
Mustang. I am a fast car.
and that
I
is
am a Mustang.
cool.
I am a fast car.
So you can't just use on mouse over to talk, you have to use a different event, maybe on click or something like that. So that is cool. So let's save that. So that's how you use speech synthesis. Basically, you could have said whatever you want. You have a button that you click and it will talk whatever. You can program it whatever you want. So that's speech synthesis. Very easy to use in the web. I'll show you how to convert that to use in a mobile app. Web speech using speech recognition. So it's not as hard as you think. So all we have to do, this function is all we need. Let's copy that function in here. So essentially how this works, now this can actually be used in your web app, and I'll show you how, with Cordova I mean. So this is just a function we've created. We just assign it a new speech WebKit speech recognition object. We start the speech listening recognition, and when we get a result, it's gonna send it an event automatically, and it's gonna basically this event will have the result of what it heard. So we just start in this variable, and this variable, we don't have to fully understand what this is doing, we just need to focus on this variable. This will store what we want, and we will display what we have said in this demo that we make. So we have to copy over the button and the paragraph, and we have to put that in the HTML. So we'll put it down here. So this start listen, when we click this, it calls this function, and this demo we're actually replacing with this, with the text that we heard. So let's save that and let's give it a shot. Let's reload the page. So now we see we have this button. Let's click to talk. Notice it asks to use your microphone. You have to allow it. Testing, and it prints testing. So if I click to talk again, I have to allow hello world, and it simply displays what I say. That is cool. So that works, and that is it. So we have looked at speech recognition and speech synthesis, and you can use this in any way you want. You just have to copy this function and call it when you need it.